in an African home, when you refuse to take the medicine that is going to cure you from a particular disease or health issue, someone is assigned to speak to you.
All. A broken TV set, broken glass windows, and doors with multiple bullets woke up a single mother with a 15-month-old child in the west of Edmonton. It's Diversity TV bringing you the Untold Stories for the week of September 24th, 2021, from the fantastic city of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hosted by myself, Rayyah Sempala. Sponsored by Rayyah Plumbing and Heating. Now offering fantastic deals for water heaters and furnaces. Here are the headlines for this week. What lessons can the multicultural communities draw from this 2021 federal election? It's been a long September month, packed with rich culture to celebrate Alberta Culture Month. What have you been a part of? Shawn shares his entrepreneurial journey since receiving the BESP financing and mentorship. These are the last days, September 27th, to enroll in the Solomon College KWEST Program. A broken TV set, broken glass windows, and doors from multiple bullets woke up a single mother with a 15-month-old child in the west of Edmonton. Now the news in detail. Segment 1. It's election season, federal and municipal, and we've got a lot of politics for you today. What lessons can you draw from this 2021 federal election? While you were busy following the campaigns and tracking the results, we put together 4 main take-homes from this early federal elections for you. Other multicultural communities, political leaders, and everyone who cares enough to listen as the world changes around us. The first lesson is that multicultural communities can change the outcome of certain key races in Canada. As the case in Edmonton Centre, where a small group of strategically volunteered made calls and voted for the Liberal candidate. Those couple of hundred votes that they helped to get out became the kingmaker votes in the riding, ejecting Randy Boissonnault back to Ottawa.
I want to thank my family. I want to thank David, who's studying overseas, and I want to thank the Dream Team. And that's the core team that we assembled, plus the hundreds of volunteers from every corner of the world, from all different languages and backgrounds. Every single vote that you helped us to find is why I'm able to speak to you tonight as the Member of Parliament for Edmonton Centre. So you have my gratitude, you have my thanks, and you've sent me and our colleagues a clear message that you want us to deliver, and you want results, and that's exactly what you're going to get from my team and I. Thank you very much.
If more of you can do the same in some of the tight mayoral and council races coming up in October 18th municipal elections across Alberta, then sprinkle some fundraising onto it. Undoubtedly, this will be a foundation for a better tomorrow for you and your children, as most of the issues you face will be addressed by those you help to win elections. In future, candidates who dare to fight for your issues can certainly be positioned in any council, legislature, or parliament that you want. Let your issues be given the priority that they deserve. The second take-home lesson is that of racism and discrimination, still poking its ugly head in party politics, even if a candidate won an election fair and square. Yes, you guessed right. This is the case of the first person of African descent to lead a Canadian political party, Green Party leader Anami Paul, who won the leadership of the party but was treated worse than a janitor. It's become apparent that some people are uncomfortable talking about racism or the sound of it. But the question is, what do you describe a situation where only this one leader of a party is deprived from her leadership rights, can't access funds to run her campaign in her riding, threatened with a no-confidence vote every time there's an issue, and has to deal with threats to seal off her office doors. The third take-home for you is the good music coming out of the drums of the leader of the Conservative Party, Erin O'Toole, who talks of opening up the party to newcomers and multiculturals like you. It's a good start, and we hope he lasts long enough to see this through, engaging natural connectors within his own party to champion such outward-looking change, such as the inspiring social conservative Dr. Leslie Lewis, MP for Toronto, Hal Maid, Norfolk, and friendly Edmonton Strathcona Conservative candidate Tunde Obasan. The fourth take-home we gather for you is that the popularity of progressive parties, Liberal and NDP, does not reflect in the election results, leaving room for catching up by the Conservatives, who are now talking of attracting multiculturals. Liberal and NDPs have no national strategy to engage multiculturals in a country that happens to see the largest population growth in this demographic. The progressives have stuck to the old campaigning strategy of waiting for multiculturals to come to them rather than go engage them and refresh them with their policies. Political parties tend to use traditional communication tools that barely scratch the surface of multicultural communities. So different, but yet endowed with traditional community organizers who organize Independence Day events, community elections, barbecues, skills and talents that could be harnessed to fashion an effective national multicultural engagement strategy that will stand the test of time. It is worthwhile to give the shout out to the little community organizers that you can do and go a long way to build a brighter future for your kids if you commit just an hour of your community organizational time to electing the right political leaders that will fight for what matters to your community. Amen. In other election news, Albertans wake up to a different Alberta after the results of the federal election. Amidst an ocean of blue in Alberta, another orange star hovers over Edmonton, Greenspa, as Blake Desjardins sends home Conservative incumbent Kerry Dion, while a red star sparkles in Calgary's Skyview as Liberal political star George Chahal cruises to victory as the charismatic Edmonton Centre Liberal candidate Randy Boissonnault hammered a similar fate on Conservative incumbent James Cumming. In municipal elections, former Liberal MP Kent Herr backs out of Calgary mayoral race just 2 weeks after entering the race due to health reasons. He leaves behind 28 other candidates vying to replace the popular mayor Naheed Nenshi. Segment 2. Dr. Mbobda shared his pharmacological expertise on the working of his acne products for darker skin types. Hear from him directly.
The acne problem, you have to think to solve the inflammation problem on the skin. That's why we use the chamomile extract on the cleansing lotion, try to clean deeply and start solving the problem of inflammation on the skin. Then we have to balance the pH. We know that the pH is really important of the skin health. If you have an unbalanced pH, you more likely have some bacterial infection, yeast infection due to the pH. So this botanical toner with tamarind extracts is there to balance the pH, give a deep cleaning on your face, opening the pores so that all the active ingredient from the other product will go deeply to the derma. Then secondly, the magic product, this is a vitamin C. We all know that the vitamin C is one of the potent antioxidants that the mother nature gifted us. Yeah, so we added the hyaluronic acid in there. We also added the go-to color. The go-to color help to increase the blood flow under the derma so that the oxygen, bring more oxygen into the skin and more life into the skin. That's what this do. And also a potent anti-inflammatory and also bacteriostatic. What does that mean? Bacteriostatic means blocking the bacteria to grow, because one of the components of the acne in certain people is bacterial infection. So this does block the bacteria to grow and give the chance to our immune system to completely destroy those bacteria and win the infection. So we can clear the acne definitely. Of course, after bringing all those active ingredients into the skin needs to be moisturized. Bring more water on the skin. The skin needs to be, to breathe. And to do that, this is what we formulated at our 24-hour daily cream. You apply on the skin, and it brings more moisture, more active ingredient like blueberry extract, pomegranate extract. Those are anti-aging products, and it's a wonderful product. What I'm going to say is that this is a whole family product. If a young girl like Stephanie can use it, her mom use it, I use it, everyone in family can use it. Right? All a natural ingredient we use, and one of the things that all the products are made in Canada.
Segment 3. Nomination opens for AC Awards 2021 in Alberta and Ontario. Diversity Magazine Souvenir of Prominence is designed for the wall or desk and now available as part of AC Awards. Nomination opens for AC Awards 2021. Nominate those making a difference in the community, nonprofit, business, or career here at www.diversitymag.ca. Segment 4. Fashion and Beauty Time on Diversity TV. New in town, Beauty Diamond Medspa, bringing your beauty to life on 4530 99th Street, Edmonton, Alberta, every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. except Sundays. Beauty Diamond Medspa opens its doors on Monday, September 20th, but its grand opening comes up on October 15th. It offers services such as sauna, massage, body contouring, osteopathic massage and therapy, microneedling, body enhancement, injectables, BB glue or mesotherapy, lashes, brows, waxing, facials, Reiki, chemical peels, microdermabrasion, and many more. Oh yes, a little video tour to give you just a gist of this new spa in town, bringing your beauty to life.
Beauty Diamond Medspa. My name is Lola Olorinfemi, and today is our soft lunch. Come on, let me show you what we have in there. Come on in. This is our common area, our waiting area, where we have the first spa experience. We have a very nice, cozy environment. Nice smell. We have a lot of products, pharmaceutical products for you here, for your body, for your face. We have weight loss products, all natural, because we focus on you holistically, body, soul, and spirit. Also, we have a lot of makeup brands. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, specifically those that actually cater for your skin. It's Color Me Beautiful. For women of color, we have a lot of shades, and we have the Adrian Appel, and I'll be carrying the Jane Iredale too. Very nice mineral makeup, and is known to be the top brand in the last 30-something years. Come on, let's go again. This is our common area. This is where you're most welcome, and we go to our rooms. Our first room here will be our treatment room. There's the office where we're going to have your skincare consultation. Here is where the magic happens. We're going to start our body contouring here, lipolysis, and of course, all kinds of facials. We can give you massage here as well, but this is basically for your face and body contouring. This room is going to be the osteopathic room here, where we're giving osteopathic therapy. We don't have our therapists there today, but that's where the therapists will be. This will be our waxing room. You can see we give you waxing here from your face to the underarm to your whole body.
Before we go to our next segment, a word from our supporters. Segment 5. I have been able to grow my business in the 6 months since I got the BESP funds, something that could have otherwise taken me 5 or 10 years. 25-year-old Leduc-based Shawn Raymond shared his entrepreneurial journey since receiving the BESP funds and mentorship. BESP recipient Shawn joins 2 fantastic ladies, Alexandria from RBC and Mona Lisa from Futurepreneur, to share not just the good news of BESP, but also how the Black Entrepreneur Startup Program has transformed his business. BESP supports young Black entrepreneurs from 18 to 39 years of age with startup loan financing from $5,000 to up to $60,000, 2 years mentorship, plus access to resources and networking opportunities with fellow entrepreneurs across Canada. Hear directly from Alexandria, Mona Lisa, and Shawn.
Why support young Black entrepreneurs with this program? The Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, fondly known as BESP, it comes with a whole lot of great benefits. First, capital injection. We all appreciate the importance of capital injection to every business. Secondly, creation of employment. We're not just creating employment directly for that entrepreneur, but we are also creating indirect employment because there is that web designer who is going to design his website. There is that truck driver who will deliver his goods. So there is both direct and indirect employment. And finally, multiculturalism. We foster multiculturalism because with the exchange of cultures, the economy thrives, the economy grows.
If you are a young Black entrepreneur and you're aged between 18 to 39 and you're looking for funding for your business, then you definitely need to check out Futurepreneur's Black Entrepreneur Startup Program funded by RBC. It's an excellent program that has been created to address specific barriers faced by young Black entrepreneurs. Our goal is to truly help you be successful in launching your business. And we also offer you a mentor along the way for 2 years after you receive funding to help you scale and properly grow. So do not hesitate to go on our website to contact us if you need more information. We are there to help you. Thank you.
My name is Shawn Raymond and I'm with Shawn Bar Training. I am here to tell you about the BESP program with Futurepreneur. Not only has this program helped inject capital funding into my business, it has helped me grow my entrepreneurial business far more rapidly than I would have ever been able to think or come to beforehand. This program gives me mentorship that allows me to grow my business for 2 years after the funding has been released. And not only has that support helped me grow, it has also given me the confidence to make the decisions and the choices that I need to make my business as successful as it has been this year.
Talk COVID and our people. Quite often in African homes, when you refuse to take the medicine that's going to cure you, someone is assigned to speak to you, someone that you trust. We're not talking about scientific evidence now, we're talking about trust. You can bring all the doctors you want, but the problem is, do we trust them? Elder Nee Coney on the issue of vaccine hesitancy. Trust for the vaccine is a bigger problem than the effectiveness of the vaccine in the community. How do you build trust in the vaccine? How do you involve other community leaders such as pastors and imams to join the conversation? Have you taken the COVID-19 vaccine? What made you take it? And if not, why not?
We actually don't know much. We don't know much about it. And they also, I don't know if they've done enough research into it, but I'm thinking it's better like for all of us to have that vaccine so we can be, fully protected from the virus. It wouldn't be nice, like you are hearing all these cases of people who are not vaccinated. They are ending up, in ICU. They are filling up the beds, which is resulting in other people who have other, like sicknesses which need to be attended on, or maybe who need major operations or cancer operations. They are being postponed and then they are ending up dying just because of this. So I think if we all get vaccinated, I believe we can protect each other and we can save lives. I believe the vaccine is safe. I mean, they have done enough research, I believe. I think it is safe. I think we should all take it.
I have a grandnephew that has ended up being positive at 8 years old, COVID in the last 2 weeks. But I have his father who does not believe in vaccines and refused to have his child vaccinated, not even when he was born, and having all those other tests done. So that is part of where my anger is. And it's part of where I would love to be back in Hamilton to grab my nephew and just pound his head a little bit for him to say, come on, son, open your eyes, your child is ill right now. So I think what we need to say to others who don't believe in vaccines or think that this is not working or will not work is that they need to look at what is out there and think about it. And I think, Harriet, you made some mention about shingles, and you think of all the measles, you think of the mumps for children, you think of all the thing else that is going on out there. And for that reason, I feel that all these people that are out there saying that vaccines create autism in children, vaccines does this, vaccine does that. We have seen that vaccines save lives. And in saving lives, I just want them to stop and think. They would not have a grandmother or a great-grandmother around now if there weren't vaccines that were out there to save lives. And if people get angry with me for saying this to them, so be it. I will still continue to say, stop and think about what you're saying to others that will create an issue. Vaccine saves lives.
I want to take the blame from individuals who are hesitant in getting the vaccine. I would like to put the blame on the community that have not put in enough effort, because let me tell you something. We are Africans, and quite often in an African home, when you refuse to take the medicine that is going to cure you from a particular disease or health issue, someone is assigned to speak to you, someone that you trust. But we're not talking about scientific evidence now. We're talking about trust. And that's the issue with the vaccine. It is about who is telling me that it is good. Sometimes if you refuse to take a medicine from your mother because it's bitter, your mother sends you to your uncle, your aunt, or your grandmother, or your grandfather, someone you can trust. And the grandmother will tell you, my son, please go and take that medicine. It will make you feel better. Please take it from me. Okay, so we have to reach out to the people. It's not enough. You can bring all the doctors you want. You can bring the best scientists. Do we trust who is telling us to go get it? That's where the issue is. So we must be able to assign a community that have come to some understanding, use the people in the community that we trust For example, most Africans trust their pastors and their imams. Where are they? You can bring all the doctors you want. If your pastor stands on the podium and make reference to this pandemic in historical context, in religious context, in spiritual context, I'm telling you, we won't be having this discussion. Most people will go and get it, but we're not doing that. You can have all the nurses coming to say, go get it. You can tell, listen, when somebody don't trust you, it's a very difficult thing to deal with. So we must deal with the issue in our community. Why is the Black community not trusting? Because we have to diagnose that. It's not enough to keep pushing, go get it. No. It is more about how do we get them to trust us and therefore to obey. So we cannot solve the problem if we have not diagnosed. Why are we hesitant? And all the data shows that Black people are suffering from the COVID-19 more than any other. We need answers. Is it because of our melanin? Is it the food we eat? Is it our genetics? What is it? So there are things that we need to do to bring those people who are hesitant in line. But to continuously saying, just go and get it because people are dying, there are people who will choose to die than to take something they don't trust. Now, do you hear what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
There are people who will choose to die than to take something they do not trust. So we need to use the word trust. And that's what I say, grandmama can do good. Because when grandma say, my son drink it, I drink it.
Absolutely,
But grandma
I agree.
is not here. So let us reach to the people in the communities. Well, most of our community leaders, we seem not to trust them. So let's go beyond that. And that's why I mentioned the churches. Are they preaching the sermon of survivor, the sermon of pandemic, and what it's doing to our community? Those people, I'm disappointed that they are not on the platform preaching this sermon. The sermon of survivor.
Today, we brought in Emmy, a professional certified mediator, translator, interpreter, and speaker to share COVID-19 message for this week in French.
Rayyah, comme le dit l'aîné Ni-Koni, dans les foyers africains, lorsque tu refuses de prendre des médicaments qui peuvent te soigner, on fait venir une personne pour te parler. Généralement une personne en qui tu as confiance. On ne parle pas de science là, mais bien de confiance. On peut faire venir tous les médecins du monde, mais la question c'est que, est-ce que nous leur faisons confiance? Comme je l'ai dit au début de ce segment, ces mots sont de Ni-Koni au sujet de l'hésitation face au vaccin contre le Covid-19. On comprend alors qu'aujourd'hui, avoir confiance en ce vaccin est bien plus compliqué que son efficacité. Alors, comment donc susciter la confiance au vaccin contre le Covid-19? Comment amener d'autres leaders communautaires tels que les pasteurs, les imams, à s'impliquer davantage et à se joindre à nous pour en parler? Avant de clore ce segment, par curiosité, avez-vous déjà reçu votre vaccin contre le Covid-19? Si oui, qu'est-ce qui vous a poussé à le prendre? Sinon, pourquoi ne le prenez-vous pas encore? Merci pour votre attention.
Segment 7. What do we have today for Diversity TV International News? Still on COVID-19, the WHO accuses rich nations of vaccine discrimination, as about 55% of the populations of rich countries are vaccinated compared to just 0.3% of poor countries. To bring the situation to life, a small country like Sweden has vaccinated 9 times more people than the entire 4 countries put together. Segment 8. What are we cooking this week for Dish of the Week? It was Slap Your Mama in the Face delicious trying some ribs at the Rib Fest in Fort McMurray last weekend. Here are some photos from the festival to share with you. Segment 9. We have lots of community announcements this week. Dreams do come true. They started in their garage, then to a location in the south of Edmonton, and then another one in the west. The bulk buy couple is not done. Bulk buy wholesale expands to a new location in Edmonton with a grocery store and future expansion to a restaurant, a spa, and a beauty center. Visit bulk buy at 11709 154th Street, Edmonton.
Everyone, welcome to Bulk Buy Wholesale West. We are opening our store on the west end today, so we'd like you, if you live on the west or on the north side of Edmonton, come in and enjoy this space. This is about 5,000 square feet space where we have a retail store, we have a kitchen, we also have a restaurant space and event area, and also very soon in coming weeks we are going to have a spa and beauty center here. So we'd like you to come and join us.
A broken TV set, broken glass windows, and doors from multiple bullets woke up a single mother with a 15-month-old child in the west of Edmonton. This happened in the west of Edmonton on September 18, 2021, around 96th Avenue and 180th Street, when neighbors were awakened by the sounds of bullets from a gunfight that erupted in front of their house from two groups. One of the neighbors, a single mom with two children, one 15-month-old child and one toddler, said one of the groups lived in a house next to them and came under fire from another group that tracked them down to the front of her house. Bullets were sprayed on her door and broke her glass windows, penetrating into her living room and breaking her TV set. She was thankful for sleeping upstairs that night. The neighbors called the Edmonton Police Service after they heard the sound. The police is still investigating. Want to work in the warehouse sector? Salomon College is currently taking applications for their KWEST program. The deadline to register is September 27, 2021. What do you need to know about this program? Salomon College's Key Workplace Essential Skills Training KWEST program is a 3-month training program focused on employment in the warehouse sector. The requirements are a minimum of CLB3 in all skill areas. You have to be a permanent resident or Canadian citizen not born in Canada, no previous education in Canada except LINC or ESL, and not currently on employment insurance, also basic computer skills. If you're interested or know someone who will benefit from it, please contact 780-431-1515 or info@salomoncollege.ca. Watch Mark, the instructor, talk about this great program here.
I love our program. I think we're giving them great skills with the warehouse management system. And so, and there's a lot of different jobs that are using, any type of tracking, like with merchandising and put away. So, but yeah, so that's basically that's how we're helping them. We're giving them Canadian experience, but we're also giving them good skills. And yeah, so basically that. It's always growing. We're experimenting with the partnership with Habitat, and I see a lot of students, they're showing their leadership skills, their collaboration, and so it's. I think we're building a community here, and I think it's a great experience. And especially if you want to work in warehousing, we'll get you the technological skills and the certification. And the last 4 weeks, we try our best to connect you with employers. And yeah, and so we're always trying to improve. So yeah, come join the program, and we'll try and get you connected. And we'll try and get you a good job that'll be meaningful and that you'll enjoy.
Alberta Culture Days. Experience Alberta's largest celebration of arts, heritage, diversity, and community spirit. Alberta Culture Days is an opportunity to discover, experience, and celebrate arts, culture through local events and activities in person and online across the province. Alberta Culture Days is a month-long celebration of arts, heritage, diversity, and community spirit, and will feature more than 100 free activities for Albertans to experience different cultures. In Calgary, Alberta Culture Days is celebrated as part of Calgary Culture Days. Calgary is home to a diverse population of individuals from cultures across the world. Many Calgarians identify as immigrants, which means they also seek multicultural events within the community to help them with their own sense of belonging. The month-long celebration of art, music, and dance took place in Calgary this September. Calgary Culture Days is aimed to provide opportunities for Calgary citizens to discover, experience, and celebrate arts and culture in the city. Many cultures are represented during these events, including Indigenous, French-Canadian, Chinese, Black. A drum circle was featured, which featured several multicultural musicians. This musical event relied on public participation to play with a variety of drums and other instruments. This event sought out to allow everyone to express themselves and to connect members of the community from all cultures through rhythm. This event brings people together and will allow for a celebratory clash of cultures within the city of Calgary. Taylor Lee, a citizen of Calgary, says, "Events like this are what makes Calgary a beautiful city to live in. It's amazing to see cultures come together like this and celebrate one another regardless of where they come from." Several people gathered for cultural events in Calgary this September to celebrate diversity and multiculturalism. As an important aspect of our city, multiculturalism should be celebrated often, and as citizens, we are invited to participate in events such as the drum circle in order to learn more about the various cultures that exist in our city. Embracing diversity is what will allow multiculturalism to shine through the brightest. The call for nominations for anyone looking to run in the 2021 Calgary municipal election is closed to 28 candidates running for mayor and many more for councillors. Visit electionscalgary.ca for more information. We end this week's newscast with a piece of beauty performed by the Wajo drummers at the Afro-Caribbean Summer Festival in Edmonton in the Fanti language of the Akan people of Ghana. This launches the monthly show coming up, Discover Your Heritage. It will be criminal to not pass on or share this beautiful culture. Should you want to share your heritage with the younger generation and other cultures, let's talk.
Asida metemo nyame. Asida metemo nyame. Asida metemo nyame. Metemo nyame. Metemo nyame. Asida metemo nyame. Metemo nyame. Metemo nyame. Da mezimo nyame, aseda mezimo nyame, aseda mezimo nyame, mezimo nyame.
Thank you for watching Diversity TV Community Newscast. Be the first to get our community newscast as it happens. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification on our Diversity TV YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Our website is www.diversitymag.ca. See you next week.